morning, everybody. It is Friday, January 3rd, I believe. Yes, January 3rd, 2025. My name is Karen, and this is BobbleHeadKnits. Welcome. All right, first vlog of 2025. Exciting. Let me take a sip of water. Notice. It's early and I'm drinking water. It's 8:30 and I have not had any coffee, just so you know. I'm going on a coffee date with my husband after he gets ready and after I film this vlog, so that's why I've not had any coffee. All right, let's just dive right in. This is gonna be, for the most part, fairly traditional, you know, show you what I've been knitting, all that. All right, I have a few new things that I've been knitting, new cast on, so I'll probably just tell you those when I come to them, okay? All right, first up is my Mindless Knitting Muscle Barrow hat. There it is, looking pretty good. And I am through, well, okay, I've got that much more of the first 50 gram skein. So I'm knitting this in mustache yarn, must match sock yarn. So I have I started with two 50 gram skeins and I am down to that much on the first skein. So I'm knitting this with my sock needles, so it looks really small, but it is not. If I spread it out, it will fit on my head easily. So this is my Mindless Knitting, and I've been wanting to knit this for a while. I cast it on in December, so it's a whip that came over from last year. So yeah, it's gonna be great once I finish it. It's gonna be one of those hats that I just wear constantly. All right, hopefully it fits and all that. All right, it's my second muscle barrow. The first one I knit, I made too big, and so I'm really counting on this one coming out properly. Okay, this other whip, okay. I should have said I have no finished objects. Why would I? I will next time though. Oops. Hold on one second. Don't go anywhere, don't go anywhere. Ugh. Okay, sorry, I dropped a stitch marker. Can't be dropping stitch markers. I'm having real trouble keeping stitch markers on this project. They don't want to stay, so I don't know. Hold on, let me see. 1, 2, 3. Well, I have them all, so I don't know where that one came from, but there was definitely a stitch marker that came flying off. There it is. Okay, you want to see the project. All right, I am knitting the Someone to Write Gnome About Gnome by Sarah Sarah, who is Imagine Landscape. I knit the hat for the gnome in December. This is where I got stuck in my head that I needed to use this very same yarn to make a muscle barrow. Thanks to Mandy at Mandy Von Knits, who planted that seed, but I was also thinking about it. So that's the same yarn. It's the mustache yarn, must match sock yarn, and that's in Komorbi. And then the body is what I'm on now. I'm in the decrease stage for the body, so it's getting there. It looks like a little hat, doesn't it? It's not a hat, it's a body. Hang on. I just had the dropsies today. This is also mustache yarn in oak moss, and then I have natural mustache yarn. So this project was meant to be a knit along in September of 2024. I did not cast it on. I was a little busy in September. So I cast this on in, I want to say November, with the goal of finishing it by October or by Christmas. It did not happen. But I'm getting there, and it doesn't matter because it's going to be one of those year-round things that I leave out. Actually, I plan on putting it up there with my books and other things. So it will be done when it's done. That's my attitude this year. It's done when it's done. Okay, whoa. I have my basket of shame right here on my desk, and it's threatening to topple over. So if it suddenly crashes, that's why. Actually, I'm just going to put it down. Here it is, basket of shame. I'm going to just put it down over here. I've been bending down enough. You know I'm going to bend down. Okay, no coffee. I really need coffee. All right, next up, my husband's Christmas sweater. Yay! Only it wasn't done by Christmas. This is the Stephen West Stetson sweater, and I am getting ready to split for the sleeves. In fact, I will be taking this with us on our coffee date, and well, okay, maybe I'm taking this. We'll see. There it is. I'm knitting this in Shabui Haven in the colorway Caper. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm a little worried that the yoke is too deep. I had my husband try it on. It did look a little too deep to me. But I'm going to go ahead and split for the sleeves and knit a little bit and then have him try it on again. And if it fits, then we'll just keep going. I originally was going to do this for Christmas. Got sidetracked by other projects. So now it has become our anniversary gift to my husband. And our anniversary is in February, so I really need to get to work on that because February will be here before you know it. Okay, hang on. Getting adjusted. More water. All right. Okay, I'm not going to show you the whips that I have not worked on, okay? And yeah, I'll yeah. Just ignore me. Hang on. Okay. These next two things are new whips. These are things that I cast on New Year's Eve. So they are technically held over from last year, but only by a few hours. Okay, first up. And this I have very little to show. And I need to get my iPad. Hang on. Because I want to make sure I tell you the correct pattern. Hang on. There's a story behind this first one. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. Okay. I am doing the world's simplest mittens by Tin Can Knits for Atticus, my 20-month-old grandson. So far, all I have is the rib on one. The story behind this is Atticus came over here on, was it Christmas Eve or Christmas Day? One of those. He came over here. No, not Christmas. It was either New Year's Eve or like the day before New Year's Eve. And he comes over here with my husband who was watching him, and Atticus lives like 3 doors down, so he's back and forth between our houses all the time. So he got a new tricycle, the kind that you walk behind and you push, the parent does, and then he can either pedal or not. So he got that for Christmas. So my husband brings him over, and it was cold and he had no gloves. So, and he had been holding on to the little bicycle handle. So when he got in, I was working. So it must have been like, okay, it was Monday, because that's right, I worked Monday. So I was working, and he came over and came in my office, and I immediately felt his hands and was like, oh my God, this child needs mittens. I've been thinking about knitting him some anyways. So that gave me the motivation to actually cast them on. So this is all I have. I really want to finish them this weekend, so I'm going to do that. This yarn is leftover yarn that I had from his Christmas sweater, and it is Big Bad wool in, hang on, I gotta look because I cannot for the life of me remember. I want to make sure I give you the right information, because I love this yarn. I have I would buy like a sweater's quantity for me of this yarn if it weren't so expensive, but it is gorgeous yarn. Hold on, here we go. These are Big Bad Wool Weepaca. So it's alpaca and wool in the colorway Skunky. So I knit him a sweater for Christmas with this wool, and I have a little bit left over, so I was like, okay, I have a whole skein left over in this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and knit him mitts. This is actually the project that I'm gonna bring with me to the coffee shop. Well, okay, I probably would bring both. Why not? Okay. All right, I'm knitting the toddler mittens. And yeah, that's all I got. They're so cute, they're little mittens. Okay. Next new cast on is my first sock for 2025. I actually cast it on Christmas Eve, or New Year's Eve, sorry. Tangled up here, so I'm untangling. All right, this yarn is so stunning. I'm gonna show it to you in the ball first. This is James Makes Yarn, and the colorway is Toasted Marshmallows. And I had told you, this is sock yarn. I had told you that this yarn and the yarn I used to knit for my sister's sock were from last Christmas. They were from 2 Christmases ago. So these are 2022 colorways. There it is. Look at that. Is that beautiful? And then knit up. Look at that. I just have the one on the needles. I'm trying to reclaim my needle so I can, because my other sock knitting one is on that muscle burr, so I need to get it back. But there it is. That is some beautiful yarn. Now, originally I was going to do the heels and toes, or heels and cuffs, I don't know, in this green. But then I was like, there's so much color in this yarn. I could do every little part in a different color. So I am going to try to mix in these colors somewhere. I don't know if I'm going to use the yellow or the red, but I'd like to use this purple somewhere. So yeah, it's going to be amazing. The yarn pattern is the DRK Everyday sock. Hang on, let me make sure I tell you the right thing. My iPad's over here. DRK Everyday sock. It's just a rib sock, and it's an all over rib. The one thing that's different about this sock is, one, it's toe up. I usually do cuff down. And then also, it has a fleegle heel. I usually do heel flap and gusset. So this will be something new for me. I would say I'm a relatively new sock knitter. I used to knit, well, okay, I really started knitting socks in the last year. I've knit before, and the very first, or I mean, I've knit socks before. Duh. The very first pair of socks, the first 2 pair I tried to knit years and years ago. I mean, this was like when my daughter, who is now a full-grown adult, was like 7 or 8. I knit my first pair of socks, and it was a toe up, and they didn't fit great, but I'm so much more experienced now that I figure I should just try something new. So this is what I'm gonna do. And I don't know if these are gonna be gifts or just keep it for me, but we'll see. Yeah. This is going to be in the Soxy, Nana, Alice, and My Pink Bathtub are having a knit along or a sock along in 2025, and it's hang on. I'm looking up the forum so I tell you the right one. Where is it? Hold on, gotta go back. There it is. It is the Socks Along 2025. They're doing it on, well, they both have vlogs. You can post on Instagram, but if you want to be included in for a physical prize, you have to use the hashtag, or you have to post on Ravelry also. So if you go to Soxy Nana Alice's Ravelry page, or Diane at My Pink Bathtub, then if you go to their Ravelry pages, you'll see links to the groups for the sock along. They're giving out prizes. They've done like live. They've already done a live podcast. It's just a fun little sock along for the whole year, and you don't have to participate the whole year. Just whenever you've got a completed pair of socks, put them up there on Ravelry, and you might win something. So, yeah, that's my first entry. It will be. I will finish 2 of them, hopefully in a month. We'll see. I maybe, I say that and then I don't get it done. I've decided that in 2025, I'm going to buy a new sock travel bag. Totally off top, well, kind of off topic. I have, this is my sock travel bag. Maybe I'll just wash it. This is my Della Q sock travel bag. I love it because it's scrunchy and I can just throw it in my travel backpack. But I was thinking about getting one that maybe isn't a sock travel bag, just a sock bag. So we'll see. I'm gonna have my eyes out for something. Hold on. I'm gonna put that stitch marker that I found over there. Okay, that's all the whips. There are 2 more whips that I haven't started working on this year, so we're not gonna worry about it. Oh, there's some yarn on the floor over there. I was like, what is that? Okay, I do have an acquisition I'm going to share with you, okay? A lot of you know that this year is the knit whatever the hell I want year, and buy whatever the hell I want year. So this was actually an acquisition in 2024, and it came in last week, and yeah. So I have some new stat numbers to share with you already. This is Cascade BFL, DK weight BFL, and it is 100 grams, and what else do I have to say about it? 262 yards, 100 grams. I have 10 of these. Yes, I've wanted a red sweater. Red is my favorite color, and I don't have a red sweater that I am currently in love with. So I'm going to knit myself a red sweater at some point. I'm making no promises. I don't know when I'm going to do it. This yarn, though, well, first of all, I was asking around. I asked a few people on Instagram this. When I first opened it, I was like, I can feel like the lanolin. It feels like oily. The lanolin from the sheep. And I really can. But it's super soft. And more importantly, it was super cheap. I got this from Little Knits, and they were having, I don't even know what it was. I think it was 40% off. And, well, I know it was 40% off, but I got 10 of these because it was either by individual skeins and I needed at least 5 for a sweater. And then I was like, well, I might as well just get it because it's such a pretty red. Buying a 10 pack was cheaper. So that's how I ended up with 10. All right, so I need to find a place for those to live in my craft room / office because storage is becoming an issue again. I'm going to kind of just do a quick update of where I'm starting the 2025 knitting year at and where I ended 2024. Okay, just very quick, and I'm only going to do it based on skeins. That just works easier for me. I mean, I have the yards and all that, but yeah, no. Okay, so total skeins of yarn that I came into January 1st with, and that includes the 10 skeins. 453 skeins of yarn. And nothing's changed from that in 3 days. So, and yeah, I'm gonna have, I can't remember how many whips. I told you, if you go back and watch my last video, I said I have this many whips I'm carrying into the new year. Just add 2 to that number. Okay. All right. Next up, oh, and by the way, I did buy some other yarn too, and it's coming. It was all bought in 2024 though. Not that that matters. So this is my Pier pullover that I knit in 2024. There it is. It's beautiful. That's I can't even remember the name of the yarn. Don't ask me to remember it. I haven't had coffee. However, if you look on the elbow here, you will see a snag. The first time I wore it a few months ago, my little dog, I have 2 dogs. One of them is Cookie. Cookie is a Shih Tzu. Her little nail got caught in my sweater as I was taking it off, and it was right here, and she pulled this stitch out, and I've just been sticking it back in with my finger, but I really need to fix that. So that's on the agenda for things to do this weekend, is fix that, because it's supposed to be getting really cold here. If you didn't know, I live in Colorado, so I need to fix that so I can wear it. I've been wearing it anyways. I just keep going like this and sticking the yarn in. Okay, so that is on the list of things that I need to get done. Anything else knitting wise? I did buy a little bit of yarn from Nicole at Hue Loco, which is a local yarn dyer. She's actually, I think, in Loveland, Colorado, and I'm in Denver. So, you know, like 40 minutes up the road, basically. Or, yeah, up the road. I got it right. Okay, let's talk about a little life stuff. So if you're leaving, thank you very much for watching. And if you haven't subscribed, like and subscribe. You can also find me on Instagram. Ravelry is BobbleHeadKnits. I'm also on Threads, but I don't really post there. So I'm not on Facebook. I've left Facebook. I'm not on X, none of that stuff. So, all right, let's talk about life stuff and reading and watching. Okay, what life stuff happened since you saw me? You saw me last Friday. We had the best New Year's Eve that I want to say ever had. We babysat Atticus and we had a little baby party for him, and we might have gotten in trouble with his mom because we let him eat some potato chips. He's 20 months. It's not like we gave him infant, you know. We let him eat some potato chips, and then we maybe watched some TV. It was a hockey game. His parents let him watch sports on TV without the sound. We're like, well, what's the difference between watching that and Sesame Street? So we did get in trouble because we did watch a little bit of a Penguin movie with him before the hockey game started. So, you know, I don't think she's gonna like ban us for babysitting or anything like this. She needs us too much. Okay. Yeah, so Atticus and my daughter, who is not Atticus's mother, it's Atticus's aunt, and my husband and I spent New Year's Eve together. My daughter, who is 24, didn't want to go out because she had some friends trying to get her to go out, but she didn't want to go out and deal with the people getting drunk and driving and all that. So she stayed with us, and we had a grand old time. It was so much fun, and Atticus was so funny. So we let him stay up like a little past his bedtime, and he survived. So yeah. Okay, so that was New Year's. We had a lovely time. I did have to go back and work one day. So I took off. I worked Sunday, Monday. I was off Tuesday, Wednesday. I worked Thursday, and now I'm off again for 2 days. My regular days off. And yeah, that's it. Work is going fine. I'm training for some European things I have to do, and I work at home, so, you know, not a big deal. But yeah, work is going fine. Going into the new year. I mean, I've only been with the company since August, but I feel really like good about it. So yeah. Okay. Books, what I'm reading and watching. I am reading, oh, I didn't finish telling you. Okay, back up. Okay, this coming week, one, I have a doctor's appointment. I went back under my old insurance. Even though I had insurance through work, it's a long story, but I have the option. I am blessed with insurance through work and insurance through my husband's retirement plan. And one of the companies he retired from offers spouses insurance. So we didn't know that back when he first retired, but now we do. So I'm going back to my old doctor, and so I'm very happy about that. So I'm going back Friday. I have an appointment next Friday just to get like meds prescribed. I never went to the new doctor except for my cervical dystonia doctor. I did not go to like a general practitioner in the time that I was on my work insurance. So I'm gonna go back and get all my meds updated. I've had enough that I've been able to just take them, and I'm just not running out, so how convenient. And then I got a new computer this past week. I talked about that last week. I really needed a new computer because my personal computer was on its last legs, and I was having trouble doing these videos. So my husband was like, well, let's just go get you a new computer. So we went and got a new computer, and I was able to get a MacBook Pro, the new one, and so I'm really excited to go edit this video because it's the first video I'll be editing on it. So we'll see if it's, I mean, I know it will be an improvement as far as on my end. I have not really looked. I had the option of getting some fancy video editing software, and I was like, no, I'm not that kind of video or vlogger. It's like, I record on my phone, my microphone, or my AirPods, and I use the most basic iMovie video editing. So yeah. Okay, so that was the rest of the year. Now, reading and watching. We've been watching, it's 1,000 Years of Solitude on Netflix. Excellent. We've also been watching Black Dove, Keira Knightley show on Netflix. That one's okay. I mean, it's just kind of all over the, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's Keira Knightley's face. I don't know. Something about it is just not keeping my attention. So, okay. Yes. Reading. Okay, I have not finished any books in 2025. I did set my goal of 12 whole books in 2025. I will read a lot more, I know I will, but I just was not sure going into the new year how much time I realistically had to read. So that's why. All right, so the books that I am reading to start the year: Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. Well, I haven't touched this, but I'll tell you it's on there. Intermezzo by Sally Rooney. Atonement by Ian McEwan, and Great Circle by Maggie Shipstead. So Intermezzo, I haven't really read anything on that, but I will eventually. But the other three, I am making progress. So those will probably be done. Well, they will be done in 2025. We don't know when, though. All right. I'm going to leave you now because I really need some coffee, and we're going to go grab our coffee now and have our little coffee date. So I will get this posted later. Everybody have a great week. My glasses I really need to go get I get new glasses, but I need to get these adjusted. Okay, everyone have a great week. Keep knitting, and yeah, peace out. Okay. Oh, that's a Karen from Recreational Knitter thing. That's not mine. Yeah. All right, bye.